as parents, as community members, we can help educate our kids in various other ways. Online, taking them to field trips, how we talk to them after school. I think going to these schools is important too. And I'm talking like majority white schools if your kid does, because you can have your child even learn how the system operates. I don't think I'd be where I am now if I was not bused to that white school from 1st to 8th grade. Now, I learned the system.
Go ahead. Sorry. How old are your kids?
My kids are 9, 7. I got 4, so I got to think. 9, 7, 2, and 6 months.
Woo, y'all busy. Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
Are they homeschooled or are they in public school?
Oh no, they're in school. They're in school.
How do you feel about the homeschool movement?
I think to each his own. I think it's important. Mm-hmm. Just me being real. I think I could do with my content. Yeah, I'll do history, but I need my space too. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to be. I don't want to be because if I'm teaching my kids all day, then how am I making a living? I mean, and I get it. People got investments and stuff and everything, but I think that you have those schools where people like, I can't think of the name right now, but you'll have people who will like their friend will have like a small school. A micro school, maybe.
Pods, I think.
Pod schools, yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are probably more effective because one of the things that I appreciate about school, honestly, is that the fact that our kids get socialized in terms of get to meet people. And I honestly, I want my kids to get the blackness here and other places, but also too, I want them to learn because I want to learn the way the system works. I want them to learn you see what you learned about Columbus? Yeah, okay, let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What you learned about, like my second born in kindergarten, she said, they were talking about Abraham Lincoln one day. I said, oh, what did you learn? He freed the slaves. I said, okay, let's talk about that. let's talk about that.
Right.
Caveat, yeah, let's talk about that. So I think it depends on the person. I don't think that you're bad if your kids ain't being homeschooled. I don't think you're all the way good if your kids being homeschooled. I think what's most important is teaching your kids to be critical of things, critically think, so that they know how to assess any situation they're in.
I really genuinely feel like that is the greatest resource that America is lacking. Critical thinking. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about gas. I'm not going to talk about coal. I'm not talking about cobalt. Critical thinking. Like, I know that I have managed to make a career out of my brain because I was taught how to critically think early on. Yep. And I'm not even sure when I was taught to do that, but I feel like I was always expected to do that. So I'm going to say that I was taught in my house to do that. Like, I was always expected to identify.
Yep. Same.
Put the picture together and solve it,
Yep.
And I don't feel like we culturally do that in a healthy way. I feel like so many of our underserved Black folks do have incredible critical thinking skills because they have to for survival, but it's attached to such negative interactions that it's not seen as an asset. It's not seen as like a tool for elevation. I think sometimes it ends up being seen as like this thing that I don't want to even have to utilize because it's attached to my survival, and that feeling is anxiety ridden. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because our kids who have that intelligence, they're taught that they're bad. One of the most important things I learned in education school, and I don't remember a lot because the most important thing about that was student teaching. But I remember Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory. And it talked about how you have some kids who are kinesthetic learners, who, some kids who are, mathematical, some kids who prefer reading and, learning through music and so on and so forth. That to me, it made so much sense to me because I was always that kid where I got great grades, but I never did amazing on standardized tests. Me neither. And I would always, reflect on, you get your test results at the end of the school year, the state exams, all your friends talking I scored this many levels above. And I was always at or a little bit above. Yeah. And I was like, man, is this something I thought I was super smart.
Listen, I had to fight for that 1030 on that SAT. I had to fight.
Oh, 100%. I took the ACT 21. Like that's like the average of the average.
I think I landed at an 11.10, but I had classmates who I know I'm smarter than.
Exactly.
Getting that 13 something, and I was like,
Yep.
how? So I feel you on that.